So hey guys, it's me again. So this is my 113th wedding series video. So this is an update video of wedding planning. I haven't did one of these in a while. So yay. So my first thing. So I gotta tell you a story first. So remember how I went to a couple of our bridal shows, like like this West EXPOS. So you know how sometimes you like enter and then you win something, like I win those subscription boxes, but but I do pay something to get those boxes though. I don't know if you guys know that. So yes, I won them, but I still have to pay a fee, like a small fee. But that's why I was like, it's starting to get, like, even though if it's a small fee, it starts to get very expensive, especially to get 5 boxes a month for I'm not even using them that much. So anyways, yesterday, rewind. So yesterday, remember I did a video with when I got the paper flowers. So that was the last video yesterday, and remember how I was telling you that I might start doing the boxes, start sorting them out yesterday, because I'm still kind of waiting for, well, I got the mason jars and stuff like that for the candy, but I'm still waiting for that thing from Turkey, which is pretty important. I'm still waiting, and apparently he said it's gonna be Thursday, Friday. So anyways, this is gonna be a long video, so if you don't want me to ramble on, don't let me ramble on, but I want to ramble on because it's important to explain everything. Oh, look at this. So anyways, so so I was like, yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna start because I had like a whole bunch of stuff. I just came back from my cousin's house from a trip, and I don't know if I want to start. But I really did want to start. So guess what? So as soon as I finished my laundry, which was pretty quick, and my mom kind of helped me with the laundry, I started the boxes and I finished them. But I have to put the candy with the mason jar, and I still have to wait for that thing from Turkey. So I finished all of the, and I still have to, and I have to go to Staples because I have to buy good double-sided tape. Apparently the gold sticky tape, the gold washi tape, doesn't really stick well on top of each other, and then I used the glue gun, and then the glue gun was too chunky, so I have to use double-sided tape. I had a little bit of laying around, so I was able to use it in one box of the lid. So I'm gonna have to buy more double-sided tape from Staples and finish the lid and start the girls' lid. I just finished the boys' lid, but start the girls' lid. And I basically finished the box. And when I showed my mom literally cried. Like, she's like, oh my god, you're such creative. So when absolutely everything is done, I will show it to you guys on how I did it. It was pretty quick. I mean, I just started one thing and it just went, and it was a mess down here. Like, it was so many boxes that I had to take to the curve, and bags and stuff. So I was pretty excited. So I'm actually done with the bridesmaid boxes. Just waiting for, I got one, so I'm waiting for one more thing from Turkey, and then I will send them out. And after I go to Staples, I might get it from Staples, or I might go to the post office. But bubble paper, I have reasons why I want to bubble wrap the cups inside the bridesmaids boxes, even though it doesn't look right to put them in the box with the bubble wrap, but it's for the protection. And after we wrap the wrapping paper, I want to put bubble wrap around the box so it can protect it when they move around. And then I'm gonna get bubble wrap box, like the box I'm gonna put inside, like around it, bubble wrap. So some of the boxes I'm gonna get from the post office, and apparently they said the post office boxes are free. So I was like, really? Because I never like send packages over to anybody. I either hand deliver it to them or anything like that. But so apparently somebody told me that they are free. So some of the boxes I have to ship in one box because it's in one household. Like Paige and China, that's mother and daughter, so that's gonna be in one box. And Stefani and Isra are gonna be in one because the mother's son are gonna be in one. And Natty and Sammy are gonna be in another one. So it will be 3 boxes where they have 2 on each. And then the rest is gonna be single. And then some of them I can deliver by hand because they live here in New York City, like his sisters. So yeah, and his nephews. So yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool to start putting that process together. But I'm gonna figure out how to get that stuff done. But once I get the last thing from Turkey, then I will head over to Staples, and I'll head over to the post office, and then my mother will wrap them, put the bow, and I'll wrap them in bubble wrap and send them out. I'll do like the finish touches and everything, make sure everything is good, which is exciting. I could not believe it. So anyways, back to what I was gonna say. So yeah, so we went to one of the bridal expos, and you know, I was always telling my fiance, like, you know, you never know, you could, because he was like, it was a waste of time, waste of money, waste of energy. And I told him, no, you never know, we could win something. So you just never know. So like I said, I won those bridal subscription boxes, but I kind of paid a little fee, like $5-6, but they add up. So anyways, so I was like, you know, you never know. So this morning, apparently, what was it? Me? My fiance got an email saying something that we won, but he thought it was like, no, was it? No, it was our together email. So he has a personal email. I have a personal email, and then we have an email that's like wedding stuff. So we don't feel like everything's bombarded. So like if we go to like events or like bridal shows, we will give them our wedding email. I forgot to tell you guys that, but we did create a wedding email. So we give that wedding email address out to them so we don't get spammed in our normal regular email. So I was like, he was like, ah, it's just junk, because it said like something in bold, like you won. So he was like, ah, it's just junk. So then I checked my, like, we put it on our phones, like it's in our phones. So anytime that, so me as a person that's very organized and observant, checks every email in that folder. So I saw this email that said you won. So I click it, and I'm like, it's probably something like he said, like it's a scam. So I click it, and then I scroll up and down, and it says I won. So then I gave it to my fiance to check up on it. So he called that number, because it said to call this number, and we were like, this is totally random. So we got, so he called during his lunchtime, and wouldn't believe what we won. I was literally like about to cry. So we won. We won a free wedding cake by what's his name? What is his name again? Hold on. So we won wedding cake, free wedding cake from Ron Ben Israel. You know who Ron Ben Israel? He is the one that is the host of Sweet Genius. If you guys ever watched that show, I think it was on the Cooking Network or something like that. Yeah, so we won a wedding cake, any size, any kind, wedding cake from his company. So the person that sent out that email was, you know, affiliated with the bridal show. And so what's gonna happen is that in 2 weeks, I know it's pretty quick, sorry, my cat is acting up. Every time I start doing something that's really good, she starts acting up. So, and she knows that she's in trouble because she's looking at me. So we won a whole free wedding cake. So in 2 weeks, we're gonna actually go for our, I know it's quick, but she wants to start quick because she is such a nice, like, my fiance spoke to her and everything, and she said that she's really nice and she wants to do any type of cakes. So he was like, still a little sketchy about it. So he kind of like he said, oh, do you guys do like Skype? So he Skyped her, and legit, like, you can see like people working on cakes in the background. Like we did like a 3-way Skype when he came came home. Like he Skyped on his computer and then he FaceTimed me. and it was literally like you could see people making cakes in the background. So he was like, oh, send me like pictures of some options that you guys have, you know, like what she said to him. Like he's asked her, like, can you send me some pictures, because I was on FaceTime with him, and while he was on Skype with her, send me pictures. And I told him to tell her, because I don't know if she couldn't really hear me, but I told him to tell her to send him pictures of things that they do. So she sent me so many pictures. So she asked me where we're gonna get married, and she knows that place. So she said, you need a tall cake, even though you have that many people. You know, that many people, you still need a tall cake because it needs to be equal to the thing. So she was telling me, so she sent me a couple of cakes that is nice. It's very nice. I mean, I like the option. So in 2 weeks we're gonna go to the place, because they apparently have one on 36th Street in the West Side here in New York. And we're gonna drive there in 2 weeks, and we're gonna have a cake tasting. I mean, it's a little rushed, but I mean, I'm excited because I could get that off my list. Then if that works out, then we're gonna have to inform our venue, because there the cake is included into our wedding package there. But since we're getting a free one that we won, that will save us about $900 to $1,000 for the cake in our pocket, so we can use it for something else, which is really cool. So guys, girls, if you ever see a bridal expo, go for it. Enter everything, like enter every booth, like enter the information in every single thing. You might win something. Like this is huge. Like you're talking about a $3,000 to $5,000 cake. That's what she said. Like, and so I was like, oh really? Like $3,000 to $5,000 worth cake? She's like, yeah. So I was like, so how much is your cake normally? Yeah, she's like, oh, that's like high-end cake. Like, yes, they have like 20,000, but they're not gonna give us a $20,000 cake, which is stupid, because why would you want to spend $20,000 on food that you're gonna eat, and probably half of the people don't even like cake? So she's like, yeah, as long as the cake is between $3,000 and $5,000. I said, okay, no problem. So I'm like, I got a free cake, and plus I'm gonna be getting it for free, triple the price that I was gonna pay myself. So she sent me pictures, and then she asked me for the color of my wedding. So she sent me a few pictures. She sent me a few pictures of what might look good in the place, but she could tweak it, or she can do anything, like basically anything that we want to do. So here is one of the pictures that she sent me through the email. So it is, but except the peacock. So it is like a teal, like a grayish blue icing cake with gold scroll work, and then like flowers in the middle, and those are real flowers. Not real flowers, cake flowers, what do you call them? Edible flowers, yeah. So sorry if I'm in the background getting dark, but yeah. So that is one of the options. I mean, we don't have to go for that particular option. Oh yeah, and you guys see the name on the top. Let me make this less, yeah. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this better, but do you notice the name on the top? Ron Ben Israel Cakes. So you got that one. Then she started saying, like, look at this one, and I was like, ooh, that's nice. So you have this one, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier cake, which she said is a perfect like length of cake, even though it's a lot of cake for my size wedding. It's just that she likes the look of it, so I told her I like it too. It's really nice. And this one, but she could say she could make it into different colors. So this is like white with brown. White with brown. So we have that option with flowers, with sugar flowers. That's what she called them, sugar flower. Then she's like, if you want it more simple, but still have a detail, and you can get an all white cake. I don't know if you guys can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she said, sorry, my leg itch. And she said like 5 is a good size tiers. So she said you can do like, this is a white cake. I don't know if you guys can see it. And it has like really nice detail. It's like lace detail. And that is nice. And she's gonna do it for us. And she's like, so that's most likely like within the budget of that money. Then she said she could do this one, which is kind of unique. So this cake is kind of like it's like 5 tiers, but then you have like tiers like this much of a tier in between. But she said it was like 5 layers. So, but then it's a little slab. So this is an all gold cake, which is nice. So this is also 5 layers, but it looks shorter than 5. But they do have like in the middle like a little piece of cake in the middle. And then you get the flour, like this, the sugar flowers on the top and the sugar flowers on the bottom. So, and then I told her, oh, that is a really nice, like a stand. She's like, no, that's not stand. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, that's actually sugar. I'm like, huh? She's like, yeah, that's actually like sugar that can hold up the cake with the cake on the bottom. So this is another layer. So this is like a mini layer, like a little small cake. And then this one is also a small cake. And then this one is also a tiny cake in between. So I was like, that's getting more nicer too. And then she's like, okay, then how about this one? And you can change the flowers of the color of the flowers. I was like, ooh, this is white and gold, like white cake with the gold embroidery. Like this is all hand done by him and her. So she was like, and then you can put like on the top, you know, your name and stuff. And she's like, yeah, you can do that. And then I saw this one and I was like, ooh, this is nice. So it's a gold and blue cake, which is pretty nice, and it has so much detail. I love detail on the cake. So you see all that scroll work, and then it has like all that dotted stuff. Can you guys see it? And I told her I like this one with the, sorry. So I told her I like this one with a little bit of shininess to it. This will be beautiful. And my friend was like, yeah. And then you see this ribbon? That's gum paste, she said. Like, it's edible. So I was like, wow. So she's like, yeah. So in 2 weeks we have a cake tasting. Then she showed me this one, which is pretty too. I mean, I think she's more into like doing 5 layers. Yeah. So yeah. So this is another option. So this is more like simple. So it has a little scroll work on the bottom and all sugar flowers in between. So this is all edible flowers. This is not real flowers. I was like, what? No, because she laughed at what I said. I said, so who's gonna be standing there like taking all the flowers out of the cake? And she's like, no, honey, you can actually eat those flowers. I'm like, huh? And she's like, yeah, they're little sugar. I'm like, hey. Oh, and I was like, she's like, yeah. I'm like, this looks like a painting. She started laughing. So yeah, those nice. So, and then she showed me this one. She showed me this one, which is like a white and gold, but this has nice detail as well. And then with the sugar flowers, and I think that's all she sent so far. I mean, she said that we can have anything within the budget of 3 to 5, no more than almost 5,000. So I was like, so I'm so excited. So she said she's gonna call us again to set an appointment, and then they're gonna show me she's gonna show me the book when I get there, and then we're gonna cake test, like test what kind of cake we want. And then she's like, oh, I've been to your place, like I heard about your place. And then she was kind of impressed, like when we Skyped her. Excuse me, I'm still gassy. So like maybe it's this gum, but maybe so she's like kind of saying like, oh, she was kind of impressed when we told her where we're getting married. She's like, wow. And I'm like, yeah. So she's like, well, that place definitely has tall ceilings, so you need to get a tall cake and a slender cake. And I'm like, yeah. so I prefer that. And she's like, no problem. So we're gonna go 2 weeks for our cake testing at the store on the west side, and then we're going to try on cakes. And she's like, you can have as many kinds of cakes you want, mixture of cakes or something like that. So I was like, cool, no problem. So we're gonna set an appointment in 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, we're gonna do that. I know it's backwards because I know sometimes people say, oh, you don't have to do your cake testing until like a few months or even a few weeks before your wedding. But since the opportunity came and we got a free thing and we don't want to lose it, boom. And then once we go there and choose something that we like, then we will talk to our venue and explain to them that our friend is gonna make our wedding cake, instead of saying we won something from the bridal expo. So we're just gonna say that our friend is going to make our cake, so she can take that whole cake thing out of our budget. So that would be $1,000 less on our budget, which is really cool. Then the funny thing was like, so she's really friendly. So she started just talking to us, and we were like, she was like, oh, so what's the next step besides the cake that you're looking for? I'm like, oh, so I told somebody in my class was like, oh, we were looking for a florist. She's like, I might have somebody that I might be able to put a good word in for you guys. So maybe I can give them your information and you can talk to them and see if you want to book the florist, like talk to the florist. So we were like, but we have a really strict budget. She was like, yeah, if I put in a good word and tell them that you're a nice couple, and maybe that person can be like, yeah, we can give it to them whatever they want. So we were like, yeah. She's like, no problem. So she probably is gonna talk to them tomorrow, and they're probably gonna give us, they're probably gonna be talking to us soon, so we can talk to them, sit down and talk to them and talk about the budget and all that stuff. So that is pretty cool. So we're gonna have the cake is gonna be done, and possibly the florist. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. So then we could be like, phew, and then all I need to worry about is the dresses. So we're gonna talk to the venue and see if we can take out the total for the cake, because he said that the cake was between $900 and $1,000. So if we get that free cake, which we will definitely get a free cake because we're not going to say no, but when we get our free cake, we're just going to be like, listen, our friend is going to be making our cake, can you take it out of our wedding budget? So he will be like, yeah, so that'll be $1,000 in my pocket for my dress. So yeah, that would be so cool. Amazing. And then imagine if we got a florist, and maybe that florist will be nice enough to be like, oh yeah, we can do it in your budget, but whatever you want. That would be amazing. Well, anyways, guys, sorry for the rambling on, but I just wanted to show you that. I'm excited to get this process started, because we got a lot of stuff done. Like, we have gotten the photographer, videographer, we got the venue, we got the DJ, so this cake, I'm so excited. And then the ladies, I asked her, okay, so then who's gonna set the cake? Just wanted to make sure, because I already know the answer. But she's like, no, we have a whole team that will come and put the cake together, even to decorate the cake table. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, the cake table can be a part of your budget as well. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. So she's like, I'm like, what do you do as far as like the cake table? She's like, we can put it into like whatever you like, and we can talk to the venue, and we can talk to the florist, and maybe they could put flowers on the table. Like, we're gonna figure it out. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. I mean, like, I'm glad I went to those. And I told my fiance, I said, listen, after we hanged up, and I said, I told you so. And he's like, yeah, you're right. So I told him there's another one coming up, and he's like, maybe we can go to that one. And I'm like, okay, maybe. So, I mean, if the florist thing doesn't pan out. But, yeah, I'm excited. So anyways, I will talk to you guys soon. It's gonna be later. I'll talk to you guys. I don't know when the next video is. Maybe the next video will be when I get the thing from Turkey. Or if anything that comes through the mail, I will do a video. Either subscription boxes, or maybe I'm waiting for like that package and another package. So like I'm waiting for 2 more and I'm done. Which is sad, because now I won't be able to do like a daily thing. I will probably only be able to make like videos on wedding updates and like the bridal subscription boxes. When the bridesmaid boxes are finished, I will show you their boxes one by one in one video. I know it's gonna be a long video, and I'm gonna show it to you, but I'm gonna try my best to be like, look, here you go. So I'm excited to be showing you guys everything, and I'm excited to get this process done. So after we do this cake thing, we want to book the florist. After we book the florist, so this is how it's gonna go. So in 2 weeks, we have the appointment. We have the appointment for the cake tasting, the free cake. Then after that, we have a florist appointment in the end of June. At the end of June? Yeah, somewhere in June, we have a florist appointment with the one that my fiance likes. To update, like a updated, like a official appointment with them, because when we first went in there, we just walked in there like nonchalant. Like he was communicating with her online in emails, but he did not tell her that he was gonna stop by at the store, and he was actually surprised, like all these beautiful stuff. So we're gonna basically do an official appointment where we're gonna sit down and discuss. Then after that will be the engagement party. Then after the engagement party will be the engagement photo shoots, which I know is kind of backwards because sometimes people say they want the engagement photos to be at the engagement party, but we will be using those engagement photos for the wedding and for save the date cards. After the engagement photos, then I will go look for a dress, and after that, things will start putting stuff in together. Then we'll go for bridesmaid dresses, which I kind of have an idea of what I want. Then flower girl dresses, and it's just gonna go all crazy. Then transportation, it's just gonna look so perfect. So anyways, guys, I'm so excited to be like in the middle of the process of everything. Once I get my dress, I will definitely be like, I'm actually really getting married. Like a lot of people say about that moment, like when you go say yes to the dress or actually try on dresses, you actually feel like a bride, which I'm excited to. So I'm gonna be doing that around August, September line, because A, the dresses are cheaper because it's not wedding season right now. It's still wedding season, and B, I have no time. Like I feel like that whole month, a month and a half, like August, September, those 2 months, I should be in nothing but wedding dress mode, like going to a lot of appointments, trying on dresses. I mean, I think I'm gonna go to 4 stores, just try on a few dresses, and then whatever I like or whatever I fall in love with, I will choose that dress. I kind of have like a picture on what I want, but I'm not gonna say it right now. But until I'm absolutely sure, and then I will figure out what I'm gonna do. Apparently sometimes it takes 9 months to get a dress, sometimes it takes 6 months to go to the dress. So yeah, so I'm gonna, and then I'm most likely plus size style, I don't know. But yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. Talk to you guys later.